Good morning. Come on in, everybody. Hi. Welcome to Unity of Gaithersburg. Hello out there in Love Streaming Land. How are you guys today? I want to welcome everyone here in the sanctuary and also out there on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'll be putting it on, saying good morning when I sit down in a minute. And anybody who wants to say good morning on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel here in the sanctuary, just go to those places and say good morning, interacting with everyone. Again, I'm so glad to see you guys on this nice, crisp morning. It's crisp. Yes, just a little crispy. But let us join together in prayer. Just settling in, bringing ourselves fully to this space and this time. Saying good morning to ourselves inside of our body. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Allowing ourselves to enter into this space, this time. Allowing ourselves to just gently immerse ourselves in this prayer. And in this sacred time, we pray from this space. God, that which is nameless, that is all good, the infinite, we are here, gathered today, to receive our good, to give great thanks. Thanks for this moment. Thanks for all of us here. Thanks for our loved ones. And just be in this space of gratitude. And in this wonderful space that we're in, we are open and receptive to be with each other as we gather together as one. And for this, we are so very, very grateful. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen. Oh, yes, there are more of you here now. Hi. Anybody here joining us who are brand new to Unity? If it is, raise your hand. Hello, raise your hand. And our ushers will be you have a seat. Find yourself a seat anywhere. And our ushers will be bringing you a packet. We're so grateful that you're here. I'm Reverend Edith Washington Woods. I'm the senior minister here at Unity of Gaithersburg. And if anybody is new out there in Love Streaming Land, just put your name or something in the chat box. We just want to say hello, right? Hi, how y'all doing? And anybody who hasn't been with us in a while, if it's anyone that hasn't been with us in a while, if you could raise your hand, that would be super awesome too. Hello there. See, I knew it was somebody out there, right? Hi, so grateful to have you back. Thank you. And now on our screen we have our core value, and it is our love in action core value. And I will invite you to read it off the screen with me. Let's say it together. As a spiritual practice, we genuinely engage in heart-centered and ongoing service, outreach, and giving within Unity of Gaithersburg and beyond. And we do that. We did it just Friday with our Thanksgiving, beautiful food that we had. The sanctuary was transformed, and we had people who we hadn't seen in a while and those who we see every week. And that was a way of us of being of service. We also, we tithe 10% to where we're spiritually fed. And this past month, it just went out this month, we tithe to Unity Worldwide Ministries, who provides lots of webinars and things like that for us, and Unity Eastern Region, which is our Eastern region where we're housed in, and they have wonderful webinars and even have a web page on their website for us. And then we have a couple of other agencies. I think the Interfaith Works was one of them, and I can't remember what the other one was, that we intend to give of ourselves in many ways, knowing that it comes back to us. And so you being right here is part of our giving. So we're so grateful that you're here today. All right, thank you. Oh, our song, Blessing to the World.
Good morning. A blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hand. I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing. I am the heart, I am the hand, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. Let's sing that one again. You are the heart, you are the hand, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to
My name is Sharon, and I am here with some transformational opportunities. The first of which, Pam, is going to explain the Kaleidoscope team.
Okay, so a person of Jewish heritage marries someone who's Presbyterian and they decide to go to a Unity church. This is not a joke. This is my life. This is my identity story. So, and we all have identity stories. We all have in common that we come to Unity Gaithersburg, and that is a beautiful part of our unification story. However, we also have our identity stories, and they can all be different. They can be, we came from Catholic heritage, Jewish heritage, Buddhist heritage, Druid, Celtic, you name it, Wiccan, it's all good. My stepdaughter's Wiccan, so all good. And yeah, so we are now creating the Kaleidoscope team that will represent our beautiful interwoven stories. And this team will come together and we'll work with Rev Edith to, however we want to honor each other, our diversity, our celebrations, our heritages, and include that either in the services or through other celebrations or other ways of doing it, both at service or not at service. So that's what Kaleidoscope Team is about, and I'm happy to bring this to Unity Gaithersburg and have people join me in the fun and celebration. So that's it. Reach out to me if you'd like more information or you want to join the fun.
Okay, Gloria, can you come join me, please? Born out of our summer of fun of pick-a-parties is Painting for a Cause. This is really Gloria's idea because she loves to paint but doesn't have enough wall space. So on December 3rd at 1 p.m. over in the Ed building, we have room for 9 more people to come paint. And it's going to be really easy. It's in acrylics, which is water-based, so if you don't like what you did, 5 minutes later, you can paint over it. You will receive a canvas of either a tree with the tree sketched on it or sunflowers with the sunflowers sketched on it. So in here you see one painted, one not. Gloria has donated all of the materials. So your reservation, yep. I am donating my time and artistic talents to guide you along. So your reservation fee goes directly to assist Unity of Gaithersburg. Here's the really cool part. And if you don't have wall space to hang your creations like Gloria, we are donating them to the Peace Room for sale. And all of those proceeds will also benefit Unity of Gaithersburg. So please either see Gloria, myself, or Keith if you can catch him after service today, or for those of you online, under special events, I believe, and also in our newsletter is the link to sign up. And we'll see you December 3rd. On a more somber note, handling holiday stress. Our newest LUT member, Carol Plummer, is leading this seminar by Zoom on Wednesday, November 30th from 6:30 to 9. It will be wonderful. She is an awesome teacher, and she will be talking to us about applying and learning more about the Unity energy tools to ease your stress. So again, please either see our website or our newsletter for details to sign up. And your caring cottage, I don't see Sally here today, but Sally is our new head of the caring cottage, and that team is asking for your support this year for Interfaith Works. There's a bin in the lobby, and you can also see the full list of everything that they need. And these are just regular household items that people in our day and time and economy are in desperate need of. Anything from dry food, like there's some cereal out there, to socks. So again, please either see our website or our newsletter, and we will be collecting items through Sunday, December 18th. And thank you for your service. So after service today, if you would like to pray with a prayer chaplain, Akoso will be here, and online is our dear Edie. And if you are online, just email the prayer chaplain at unityofgaithersburg.org to get the Zoom link. And now, in preparation for our meditation, let's read our daily word together, which is presence. It is my joy to be with you. One of the most precious gifts I can give during the Christmas season or any time is my presence. This time and attention I devote to simply being with the people I care about. Sorry, I have to giggle. The time and attention I devote to simply being with people I care about expresses my love in a way that no material gift can match. Large festive gatherings can be fun and a splendid way to reconnect with family and friends. But quieter times with one or two who are especially dear to me also allow me to create memories we can cherish. If I'm not able to visit my loved ones in person, I can share my presence with them over the phone or the computer. It doesn't matter what we do or what we talk about when we spend time together. In the comfort of one another's company, the warmth of our shared love blesses all. And from Matthew 18:20, for where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there among them.
And now is our meditative portion of the service. I invite you to join me in closing your eyes. And if you would rather, just soften them to like a half glaze, like half open. And perhaps even focus on one spot in the room. For we affirm, there is no spot where God is not. The spirit of that which is here and now is alive. Alive and well. And we bring ourselves into alignment with that power, that presence. And in this moment, we release anything that is maybe standing in the way of us connecting with the source of all good. Releasing whatever it took to get here this morning. Releasing the sounds that come up that are kind of peculiar or maybe a little different. Releasing it now. To be free and to create freedom in this space. The space of our own inner sanctuary. And allow ourselves to simply relax in this moment as we imagine releasing whatever we need to release. So take a moment and bring to your mind something that you may want to release. It may be something physical, it may be a feeling, an emotion. It may be a person, a situation. Whatever it is, just bring it to your mind now for it to be released. And as we enter into a time of silence, I invite you to say these words. I release you, whatever that is that you brought up. I release and let go and open to receive my good. I release, fill in the blank. I let go and receive my good. I release, I let go and receive my good. In the silence, we join our hearts together as if it is one heartbeat. In silence, we open to receive our good. I am releasing. I am releasing all which does not serve me. I am releasing all which does not serve me. As I am open and receptive to receive my good, I am willing to release all which does not serve me. As I open to receive my good. In these moments, we take this in and allow it to be us. And so it is. Amen.
You've been through so much, so many ups and downs. You've given your love, but never liked the way it turned out. You closed off your heart, and you carry the weight like a million rocks on your shoulders. You don't have to wait for an apology or for someone else to make amends. When you can remember that your healing is in your hands, just let it go. Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You set yourself free. You've been used, you've been abused. Someone came along who didn't value you. You carried the weight of your heart like a million rocks on your shoulders. But life isn't meant to be perfect, and we won't always win. But you can remember that your healing is in your hands. Just let it go, inch by inch, just let it go, and do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You set yourself free. Gave it your all. You put your blinders on when you looked around. All of your friends were gone. You took the fall, and you carried the weight like a million rocks on your shoulders. Just let it go, inch by inch, just let it go. Just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You set yourself free, just let it go. Inch by inch, just let it go. And do it again, just let it go. One day you'll see, just let it go. You set yourself free.
It's beautiful, right? Yes. How many of you have felt or even maybe feel right now any tension in your body or stress, heaviness? Raise your hand. Yep. So I want you to think about, where is it at? Like, where does that stress? Oh, I see somebody feeling their belly. I see a bunch of you up here. Yeah. We're a lot alike, because I often feel stress right here, like super heavy, like right now. Right? We had a bunch of stuff happening today. Yeah, and I'm here. We're all here. But I want you to do an experiment with me, okay? Do your shoulders like this, as far as you can, up to your ears. Everybody, do it. All right, now release it. Okay, do it one more time. Up, 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 up. Everybody online, put it up towards you. Just hold it. All right, release. What's that feel like? Huh? Feel good, doesn't it? Like, oh my goodness, how long is she gonna have us do that? Man, here she goes, making us be interactive. It's really a way to keep you awake. Seriously. Like, I was one of those people like you out there, and the minister would be going on and on about something in the world, and I'd be falling asleep wondering, why am I falling asleep? This is so good. Well, we start off with a little bit of that. Like, just do that. If you feel like you're falling asleep, just return to and then I'll know it's you. But it really is possible for us to release the heavy weights that are holding us down. And when we do this, there are some benefits that happen. We feel a sense of freedom, right? Like, oh, yeah, that feels good. We feel a little lighter. And we're actually able to see a little clearer. So I want to tell you about, I look at Instagram quite a bit. and Lupita Nyong'o, I think that's how you say her last name. She was demonstrating how she trained as the character Nikita on Wakanda Forever. They had a lot of underwater scenes. And give me a sec. And she was underwater with weights like this. And she walked with those weights underwater. She went up steps climbing with them. And she swam with them. I know, right? These are 12 pounds each. Imagine getting them here. Okay. And she swam in the water, learning how to weigh herself down to the bottom of, well, it was the ocean in the movie, but the bottom of the pool she was in. And she did it. And she was learning how to also hold her breath longer and longer and longer and longer. And then she set them down, and she put her hands together, and whoosh, she went up. And it didn't seem like it was anything holding her back at that moment. She just went, she just did this gesture. And to me, it was like whoosh, but it wasn't. It was just this, up like this. And she went up through the water and up to the sky as she released those heavy weights. You see, it's possible for us to release anything that may be heavy on our bodies. Yeah. So this month, from November 1st to the 30th, is Native American Heritage Month. And even on Friday, it tends to be called Indigenous People Day. On this Friday, you know, after the Thanksgiving, that we won't get into that, okay. I come to you on the land of the Peora. I'm from Gary, Indiana. And that land was the land of a larger nation called the Algonquin. I think that's how you say it. That's it, right? Mm-hmm. And I think about what it was like to be on a land that was your land and then it wasn't. And what it meant to become free of that. Now, there are some of us who may think that they're still not free, and yet, when I think about the things that were done to them in the name of, this is now our land, it's not your land, now what it takes to be free. And I was thinking about an eagle. I have one of my seminary teachers, and actually when I was in SEE, that used to be called CEP back in the day, Reverend Claudel County, who is in hospice right now. And in my meditation this morning, I saw her on a big bird. That the span of the wings was bigger than and wider than an eagle. And there were times, I wrote to her this where she had a carrying bridge. And I said, you know, it was times when I didn't know it was you and I didn't know it was the bird, but the bird was so big. It was like she was becoming free. And I thought about what it means to have an eagle, yes? Because that was the one I could think of with the widest span. I'm sure that's not the one, but for me in the United States, I know eagle. And for Native Americans, eagles serve as a messenger between humans and the Creator. So to be free, we must be willing to release the weights that are weighing us down. Now I have to tell you, everything under the moon happened today for me to need to release. I'm walking in my office, I come out of my office and I feel something flapping in the top buckle, not these shoes, these don't have a buckle, but my other shoes that have lower heels. The buckle was flapping, I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm going to release that. So when I put them on later and you see it flapping, don't judge it. Just say that's her buckle flapping. And then the internet, well, it wasn't on. And how do I get my lesson? And how do I get the daily work? And how? I texted Keith. And he made it here when he did, and it got done when it got done because I was praying. Because we wanted you guys online. More importantly, I wanted to print my lesson and not have to look at it on my phone. But things happen, right? And I think about this past week where my dear mother, who is still in Gary, Indiana, and so is my father, but they live in separate houses. And my mother has Alzheimer's dementia, as some of you know, and I just signed some papers for guardianship for her. And I felt in that moment like I'd taken off this heavy coat and released it. Oh, that felt so much better. That's kind of heavy. And the heavy things that happen, and the heaviness that happens in our lives, and then we want to pick back up the weights, and we want to weigh it on our shoulders and walk around with 24 pounds extra. And it's so heavy. And we walk around with it so many years that we forget that it's heavy. We forget, right? And we wonder, why do my shoulders feel like that? Why is my back feeling like it's part of my butt? It's because we need to release the weights. It's sore. Yes. And when I think about that which I am, the land that we're standing on, and you may want to do that research on for yourself to find out, what land are you on? What land is this church on? There is a website. It is, I'll get to you just a second because I have it right here. The website is native-land.ca. And you can go there, ask me later if you need to know, and you can actually look up the land that you live on now, the land of the church, the land of where you were born, and see what was the indigenous people who lived there. Because I believe, in my opinion, we need to honor that which was, yes? Because the dirt, well, my son, okay, Aaron, is soil. I get it. Yeah, my son Aaron in the back, I said that word. It's not a good word. He said soil. It's soil. So the soil is enriched by what they did, by what they grew. And by us engaging and learning a little bit about it, then it frees up all of the weight that was on and is still on this land. That the more we learn about people who may seem to be different than us, the more we actually learn and discover how much we are alike. That we have the same things. We have the same things that stress us. We have the same things that tend to be like a burden, if you want to use that word. That essentially, we all have it. We all have feelings and emotions and things like that, and people we worry about, people we're concerned about, and people we love. And what I've noticed is the more that I learn about people who are different than myself, the more that I find out, wow, you guys ate grits too? Like didn't they just eat it in Gary? Huh? But then I discovered they're not just Quaker grits, they're yellow grits and all kinds of grits, and they're just as good. But, you might not be a grits person, but maybe you're an oatmeal person, yeah? Yeah, I can name some stuff I grew up with you might not know of. Hog head cheese, anybody? Okay. I don't, see what I'm talking about? But then we have those things that cause us some sadness, or maybe the things that tend to appear to be evil. I'm going to go there. Some of you might have heard that word evil before. And we tend to not do the evil word in unity, but you know what? There are people out there that say things are evil and happening. And I tend to say, okay, all right, so how can I turn it around? And if you turn the word evil around, it says, what? Live. So if we're living into the space, we're living into the space we're in, yes? And it doesn't have to be evil unless we call it evil. But it could be good. We just have to see where's the good underneath it. And it's the same way when I think about Lupita in the water, and she's training this Academy Award-winning actress, and you want to do water in the weights? Ooh. I couldn't even imagine it. I could barely keep myself in the water, not let alone some 12-pound, I don't know how much they weighed. They just look big. But when we are looking at how to release the heavy weights from our thoughts and our consciousness, we can look at the first Bible verse I have for you today, and that is from 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 8, and it says, "Therefore, let us celebrate the festival, not with the old yeast, the yeast of malice and evil, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth." So when we have those things that we may think that are bad, that we think that are not good, that we think that is, the judgments we have or whatever it is we make up about what's happening on the outer in the world, then we can shift it, yes? And look at it as a way of having sincerity and truth. And I'm talking about truth with the big T. Truth with the big T, that is spirit. Truth with the big T, that is that nameless name that we call God, or somebody calls it good, or somebody calls it whatever they want to call it. Yes? Because we cannot name the nameless, and yet we have to, because that's just what we do. When a baby is born, you don't say, okay, the hospital might say baby Joanne. Well, they don't say Joanne, baby Washington Woods or baby Woods or baby Washington or whatever they want to call it. But then somebody says you must name the baby. And so they get around and they have a powwow, maybe they will. And then they say, oh, okay, I'm going to name the baby Edith. And, it was me, and I didn't have any choice, yeah? And what does that mean? And why was it that so many Ediths were born in Gary, Indiana at the time I was? It was a very common name. It's an old English name. That's about all I know. And yet, my mother decided back then in 1960 that needed to be my name. So we all have a name, yes? Some of them are the names we got birthed, and some people created a new name, and that's fine too. And so we give this name to the infinite, the universal presence, and some call it God, and yet it really has no name. But it gently flows. And so when we're releasing the things that we need to release, perhaps we're releasing even that. Perhaps we're releasing the conception of God that we had in order to embrace all there is. Yeah? The Native American people call God the Creator. I think that's a lovely name. The Creator that creates. The Creator that created all us. The Creator that created the chairs. The Creator that created this building. It all was done in this willingness to have our imagination faculty be utilized. So there is something that is wanting to be birthed in each of us. Something that is wanting to emerge and to be. Some newness, something. I don't know what it is. It may even be something that you're going to cook for Thanksgiving that you've never done before. Yeah? Like when I was making my famous yeast rolls for Friday. Some of you know what I mean. And I got this notion because I had this wheat flour. I should put some wheat flour in it. I didn't know what I was doing. So I asked my son, Aaron, hey, if I put some wheat flour in there, how would that work? I said, I've already put in 4 cups in there. Yeah. And I have 2 more to go. He said, put a cup and a half of wheat. And I thought, why? A cup and a half. But I didn't ask. I just listened to my son as my inner guidance. And I put it in there and I went, oh, so as it got done and it did its thing, it was the perfect amount. And those who liked the wheat rolls loved it. Yeah. And so these are the way we're able to use creativity when we release what we think we know. Because see, if it was me before he had come, I would have probably put half and half. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Half unbleached flour and half wheat flour. I thought, yeah. But no, I was willing to listen to my son because, he went to culinary school. And so, well, when you have it like that, it helps a lot, But I released my attachment to what I thought it should be, to what it could be. So when we're releasing, whatever it was that came up for you in the meditation as you released it, yes? Then you're able to just oh, yeah. Like the other week I said, take it and put it over here on the side. Yeah, well, we're going to take it and let it all go. We're going to do this. It's all gone, yeah? And that we allow Spirit to live, move, and have its beingness in us as we release whatever needs to be released. And from Romans chapter 8 and 2, it says, for the law of the Spirit of life has set you free in Christ Jesus from the law of sin and death. So if we're being set free in Christ Jesus, and Christ Jesus means that which has ascended, that which has moved up through the flow, that we're able to actually embrace all there is for us to embrace. We're able to be willing to allow that spiritual essence within us to lead and guide our path, to lead and guide our decisions. Now, why am I talking about release and all of that? Well, it's because it's our power of the month. You guys should know that by now. And our power of the month is elimination. Or renunciation, for those who read Charles Fillmore's 12 Powers of Man. And it means the ability to release, to denounce, to remove, to deny. And the disciple is Thaddeus, and he represents expulsion of negative thinking. And the color is what? Russet brown. So some of us wear russet and brown, or some combination of it, like russet potatoes, right? You guys will be having some potatoes, I'm sure. You do it. You're American. Well, you think you're American. I know I'm having potatoes on Thursday, for sure. Don't know which kind. Probably Yukon Gold. I like those a lot. And the location is the belly. And I'm laughing because when I was asking, where's that place where people have stress or tension and stuff, some people rub their belly and stuck it out. Ugh. Yeah. I can't stick mine out as much because of the Spanx I have on. But anyway, let it out. Ugh. And you'll really let it out on Thursday. Just remember that. Russet potatoes. Right in our stomach, yes? And so this month, we really practice releasing those things that no longer serve us, letting them go. Because when we let it go, there's something that opens up. And in the Revealing Word, our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, said this about elimination, renunciation, or release. He said, it's a letting go of old thoughts in order that new thoughts may find place in consciousness. New thoughts. In the Bible, it talks about you can't put new wine in old wineskins. Y'all heard that before? So you can't put new thoughts into a space that occupies old thoughts, negative thoughts, thoughts that hold us back from our greatness. And so the release process is a way to open and receive, to open and receive. It's like Lupita, like I said before, we like that. And when I think about my mama and all of the things that she taught me before she got in a space in her brain where she doesn't remember a lot of things, she'll tend to remember my voice, which is kind of interesting. But Mama is, she's back in 1942 and things like that, and she was born in 1940. And she'll tell me what happened in the war and how the kids had to be involved in the war effort because her mother went and worked in the factories where they built stuff for the war. And I'll listen to her. And sometimes I can get her to tell me about like the day that I was born. Mom, would you tell me about that day? And she said, I was drinking Pepsi Cola on the couch. And she went on from there because Pepsi Cola was that we didn't drink Coke. My grandma, she drank Pepsi Cola and smoked, she smoked cigarettes. But when we are willing to be free, we're willing to be lighter. When we're willing to be free, we're willing to be brighter. When we are willing to be free, we're willing to embrace. When we're willing to be free, we're willing to soar. Let's do that together. When we are willing to be free, we're willing to soar. Yes. Let's say it together. When we are willing to be free, we are willing to soar. You guys got that online? I see you, Genevieve. When we are free, we are willing to soar. And notice what happens when we open our hands. We're able to receive all of that. And then we open our fingers, and then it's like, yes, bring it in. I like that. I can't tell you who I was thinking about. Oh, my goodness. Remember the lady who used to say hoochie coochie? What was her name? I was thinking, Charles. I was thinking about her like, yes, give it to me now, hoochie coochie. I'm dating myself, okay? When we are willing to be free, we are willing to soar and open up to receive our good. And our affirmation can assist us this week with where we are wanting to go. It says, I'll read it once and then invite you to say it with me. I am willing to experience freedom and soar like a bird in the sky. Together, please. I am willing to experience freedom and soar like a bird in the sky. One more time. I am willing to experience freedom and soar like a bird in the sky. Yeah. Just take that in. Let go. Let it go. And soar like a bird. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen and namaste.
Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need. It's all inside of you. Close your eyes and breathe and know that you are saved. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore and find the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. No need to make a plan. Your heart will be your compass. Just lift your sails in faith and trust you will arrive. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery.
Are we not so incredibly blessed? So I'm just going to diverge for one quick second and share something extremely personal. I have quite a number of tattoos, the latest of which is a bird in flight, underneath of which it says, "Fly free." I got that for my son, who transitioned 4 years ago. But I also got it for me. And thank you for reminding me that it's for me too. And to begin our tithes and offerings, I think Cynthia, Amanda, Elizabeth, are you coming up too? Yes. Okay. Here you go, girls.
Well, hello. In case we are members of the Board of Trustees. And we want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the first thing that I say early in the morning is thank you. And we're going to start with the greeters. And so if you'll be kind enough to stand, we want to say thank you to our greeters. You're always the first impression when we come into the church, and we thank you. Hospitality. Oh, yeah. Michael. You always find a way out of no way, and you always make it work. We thank you. Joanne. Okay. Oh, without a doubt. Prayer chaplains. We don't have any prayer chaplains? Yeah. Up, 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 up. Thank you for making wellness calls each month and your commitment to the well-being of our members. We thank you. Prayer team. Prayer team. All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you for holding our entire church and its members in constant prayer. We so appreciate it. AV team. Thank you for supporting us in hearing, seeing, and expanding our reach outside of these walls. Office Manager, Keith Mounts. Keith is like the mailman. He always delivers. And so we thank you so much, Keith. And thank you for pulling us into the 21st century. I know it's hard, but you stay on us and you stay honest, and so we appreciate it. Facilities Manager, Micah Kaiser. Mike, thank you for maintaining our property and keeping our grounds clean and safe. And thank you for being an added gift to the community. We so appreciate it. Youth and Family Ministry, Akusawa Washington Woods. Akusawa, thank you a million times for showing up and being the light that we needed for this ministry. Shoshana Brooks, thank you for returning to the church that you grew up in, and thank you for taking a leadership role. Jerry McCarthy, she's not here. Thank you for creating the sacred space of the Peace Room. We so thank you. The Board of Trustees, old and new. Can you stand up for me? I know you got to be here. Okay, thank you so much. We can't thank you enough for navigating the church through the ups and downs of life. Licensed Unity teachers, Jane McCarthy, Bill Sunderman, and Carol Plummer. Thank you for supporting the church in your spiritual teachings. Oh, yeah, okay, of course, yes, yes. Reverend Edith. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for saying yes. Long before you got here, we had a prayer, always praying for you. And when you showed up, I was amazed at how it's more than we could have ever imagined. Not only did you say yes, you came with a licensed Unity teacher, and you came with a youth and family ministry director. I knew, I said, this is the one. This is the one. I thank you. Our music ministry, our music. We got the 3 J's, Jeff, John, and Jean Paul. You have gifted us with your music. You have opened our hearts and given us praise and worship, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you to our newest member, Lady Deletta. Now comes the big thing. We're going to go big or we're going to go home, but we're going to create $10,000 for our music ministry. We got a good start. We got a good start. So everybody ain't clapping. Everybody's like, $10,000? Whoa. I didn't hear everybody clap. So this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. We want 50 people to give 200, or we want 100 people to tell 5 people to give $20. Whatever creative way that you can make it, we need $10,000 for our music ministry. We've been gifted, and now it's time to pour back. So I'm going to leave it like this, and I think we said this last week. Test me, test me, test me, test me. If I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there will not be enough room to share. Let's soar. In the meantime, my beloved Vice President of the Board of Trustees has something to say.
Well, thank you all. Thank you. That was awesome. I also want to acknowledge Carrie Mounts. I don't know if you all saw her outside working on the yard in the cold. And I know she would love volunteers to help her out, make our yards beautiful. Or at least I would love to see people help her. Anyone else? Who was? Helen helped her. Oh, that's right, Helen. Thank you. Thank you. Helen, yay, hi. So this fundraiser, the vision was, we all give so much. Let's enlist family and friends, old members of Unity. Let's go, if 100 of us people are watching, people here, can enlist 20 friends and family to give, because we all give a lot, and we have Christmas giving coming up, and we've all given for pickup parties. For Giving Tuesday, this is a way for us to invite our family and friends to help create this money. So if 100 of us have 5 people, right? If 100 of us have 5 people give $20, that seems manageable, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem doable? I already reached out to my mom, and she gave $100 because she said, I know how much Unity means to you. I want to donate. So if we can tell people this place means a lot to us, for Giving Tuesday, would you consider donating $20 to our fundraiser? And we have QR codes. Did everybody, who didn't get a QR code last week? Can you raise your hand? Here, go. These are, if you scan the QR code, it'll take you right to our fundraiser, and then you can text it, email it, Instagram it, Facebook it to friends and family and say, hey, will you please consider donating to this place that means a lot to me? So thank you so much.
Oh, by the way, it don't have to be Tuesday. It could be today. It could be right after service. It could be any time. You could just email me or email Keith. We're ready. $10,000 it is, okay? Thank you so much. Love you.
And we all know how else to also give. I don't want to keep our children waiting, but just follow the prompts. But more importantly, let's say our love blessing offering together. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful. I apologize. Yes, if you're here, we have a love offering box just inside the door. Thank you.
So today, what do you think today's daily word was? Ava, you're going to let us know that.
Grace.
Yes, grace. Yes. And we talked about a lot of things that we're grateful for. Lots and lots of things. Jaden, what was it you were grateful for?
Leaves.
And Mia, what were you grateful for? Family. Tavion.
Grateful for having a home.
Family.
Yes. What are you grateful for, Andrew?
Basically, my girlfriend and all my family. The one that I love most.
I'm also grateful for my family and my grandmother, Shirley.
Miss Jill, do you want to contribute to this conversation?
I'm grateful for music.
And I'm grateful for all of you, but if you're wondering what they've got in their hands, we're creating gratitude poles, gratitude sticks, and that kind of thing. So on here are leaves that have things like friends from San Diego, being with my family, life, joy, toys, cars, all kinds of things. So what we decided is we're going to leave these sticks around and leave a few more around and leave some leaves around so people can write on them. We're also going to continue to embellish these with beads and shells and all kinds of things so that in this time of Thanksgiving, which was a new word I learned here, and thanks in giving and Thanksgiving, we just really want to show the world community, starting with each and every one of us, that we are truly thankful, that we are truly grateful, that you are a blessing, and that all of us are blessed. Ashe. So let's start off with the blessings.
I am the light of the world. I live as the light.
You are the light of the world. You live as the light.
Okay, I see. Okay, all together now. We are the light of the world. We live as the light.
And may each of us go out and soar. May each of us go out and soar throughout the world this week. Have a wonderful, happy rest of your week and Thanksgiving. Namaste.